Welcome back to Limbus Company Daily Mirror Dungeon. Let's see. The other status effect that's used partially by the new units is Tremor. Namely, Bulwark Sinclair is good for inflicting a lot of Tremor Count onto enemies. So we've chosen this EU gift, so enemies start with 4 Tremor Count, so we can start building it up. We're gonna see just how much use we can get out of this guy. Oh. Some noise outside. Hopefully that's not being picked up in the mic. Let's see. You guys are probably the best. These two aren't going to be as beneficial, so I think this is the team we're going to be rolling with. So the whole thing about Molar Sinclair is it's currently still bugged. So his skill 3 is supposed to give the enemy all his Tremor Count if he's got 10 plus Tremor Count, but if not, it's supposed to give himself Tremor Potency. But right now it gives himself 6 Tremor Count if you don't have enough Tremor Count. So if you can just get enough skill 3s off, you'll keep on building up Tremor Count anyways. Which sounds like it could go fairly well. Ideally, of course, we're gonna hope we can get, like Downpour or something this run. Because that would be insane for our Tremor shenanigans. That guy already got staggered, despite taking almost no damage thanks to the, Tremor. Suppress is not the best thing here. It does have Tremor Burst on it, but it does, it's the Rupture one. It's Ishmael's secondary, that's a really good one for us. That guy's out of Tremor because he got Tremor Bursted by Mersault, and Mersault's like gets rid of it all. And you can hit that one with the hammer, sure. Okay, quick rounds, very nice. Get this guy's Tremor back up. Doesn't matter because he's staggered. Big hammer kills this guy. Or it staggers him at least. He's not dead yet. Because he was at like 50 HP or so. And he resisted blunt anyways. But he got Tremor bursted. Yeah, Sinclair managed to get enough Tremor there. Very nice. You should probably have him first and like Ishmael second, because Ishmael is an ammo-based unit, so having her first is kind of a bad idea. Oh, you're not special. And then we get a illusory hunt. Nice. Yeah, let's quickly switch out our order to be something closer to like this, I think, should be good. Into battle, there we go. Took me a second to actually like successfully hit that. Let's see. Yeah, we had another good Lob Corp stream last night. I'm slowly working on getting it all the first stream edited and uploaded. And next stream is going to be on Saturday, but also we are out of the submission form for agents for the Lob Corp playthrough. Currently, we've got no one left. We've gotten every single submission into the game so far. So, if you're watching this, feel free to go into the description, submit an agent. We're definitely going to need more. Because we're only like, we're on day 19, I think, and we're already out of agent submission forms. So feel free to fill it in. You can get someone in. Yeah, it was an interesting stream. It's an interesting playthrough, that's for sure. Of course, if you want, you can always just watch like the actual like uncut live stream on YouTube. That's an option. But if you wait like a while, it'll eventually all be edited down. Depends on how well I can keep the pace for that though, so we'll see. Sinclair's got 20 Tremor Count on himself now. If only he could give that all to an enemy. But no dice. He definitely needs more of his skill 3. Blunt is definitely the way to go here. Tremor's got a lot of blunt and a little bit of pierce with Rose Banner stuff, but it's mostly all blunt. There's like no slash in this entire team, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think so. Or do you got slash possibly? No, you've got pierce. Okay, so your chainsaw sword doesn't inflict any slash damage. Fair enough. Fair enough. And we go for this. Neutral for Dawn. Should be fine. Yep, she won the clash and managed to get her sanity up finally, since she was only at 7 sanity still. She's just, I think she's like the slowest one here, so she keeps on getting low speed rolls and being unable to clash. Which is a little unfortunate. And like that. And that's all of them dealt with. Simple enough fight after all. We can handle it easily. Alright, back to it. Boss weak to blunt. I wonder who it could be. That's making me reselect. So I left the main menu. I think it was like this, yeah. That'll work. Yeah, I sure do wonder who this first floor mirror dungeon boss could be. Wow. Who would have thought? It's the G Corp manager, man. Manager. See. Something like that should work. Tremor burst isn't even gonna matter here. He's just gonna straight up kill that guy. Very funny. And rack up some scores will be nice. This one bursts Tremor twice, yeah. Yeah, that guy's, he's very staggered. As it tends to go sometimes. Very staggered. And we'll just do this. Not too concerned now. God. Synchro's getting insane rolls thanks to the difference in attack and defense power. He was rolling 12 on Fierce Assault, like, jeez. That's a little bit of a big difference. What's his? 39, and what do these guys have? 30 defense level, yeah. Like 27, yeah. Okay. Oh, and you can use your gamble. They're gonna die before you can, but like he can theoretically give all his Tremor Count to one of these guys. And finished. Let's see. I'll take Tomorrow's Fortune. If I can get a first floor, Tomorrow's Fortune is really good. Sun Shower is, of course, really good, especially if I do end up going to the ego spam. But I'm going to try and avoid doing that for this time. Yeah, take this fight. And add you... No, add you. You're better for Tremor, I think, strange enough. What was I saying? But yeah, Tomorrow's Fortune will just mean that we have a better chance of getting just pretty much any Tremor U gifts. Because, like, Abnophyte, 70% chance to get an EU gift here. We'll have 2 options instead of just one thanks to Tomorrow's Fortune. Which is pretty nice. Okay, you gotta clash against that guy. You gotta make sure we deal with the guys at high speed values first. Oh, you've gotta actually do this guy, strangely enough. This, Force Break. This one's a neutral, that should be fine though. And Upheaval. Looks good. Just straight up destroyed that body part. Alright, everyone's got the 20% damage buff thanks to the fact we got the air horn. Tremor bursted. 50 damage just straight up. Yeah, Ebony fights are a little bit of a pushover when we've got the air horn. Which means they're gonna die even faster. And they're also staggered. This is the only person who isn't staggered. So we'll hit them with the vibration compression, just have everyone else, you know, attack these guys, make sure they perish. Should work. Smackdown should work there. Fanatical Judgment, that guy. And who's the one person who's yet to be hit? This guy? Okay, then you gamble this guy. Looks good. Okay. Oh, she didn't have a charge? Really? Oh, she spent it all when she burst the Tremor twice. That's right. I always forget about her passive. God. Her passive getting rid of all her charge so we can't actually end up getting her skill 2 to go off well because she'll just be spending... She spends all her charge just bursting Tremor. And allows with charge count gain damage up. We'll take this, I think, because we have to have two people with charge count stuff. And we'll take the risky encounter here. While I could go for the rest stop, we don't need it. And I'm feeling like being a little feisty today. I'm feeling like fighting. Okay. This looks good, I think. Another thing is, like, if we stack up a stupid amount of Tremor, I always gotta remember, we have 2 different egos on this team that can actually burst Tremor. I guess 3 if we switch Dawn's egos out a little bit. If we switch Dawn to Fluid Sac, then she'll have another burst Tremor one. But I don't think we really need that much burst Tremor. Because we've got Pursuance on Mersault, and we've got Snag Harpoon on Ishmael. Both of those are guaranteed burst Tremors. Which means that we can just kind of do it on demand if there's someone with high Tremor and high stagger still. Whereas we definitely need more ways to inflict Tremor. If we can get the Oscillating Bracelet, that would be insanely good for this build. Although it is a little hopeful, since, you know, it's just a random gift. Of course, like, I mean, I don't need to say that Downpour would be really good, because, like, of course it would be really good. But I can hope. I can hope. Okay, this guy's done, so it's just the robot left. We're gonna inflict a little bit of Tremor too, but it's staggered anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Here's Assault. Almost finishes it off, and the other Fierce Assault finishes it off. There we go. And shop time, give me something good. Oh, hey, Oscillating Bracelet. What did I say? Heathcliff's skills probably aren't particularly worth it. He's not, like, the best for us right now. And we take our cost and leave for future stuff. But yeah, now every single attack inflicts an additional Tremor next turn. Which is just, you know, a bunch more Tremor overall. Okay, you goons. Yeah. I think that could be good enough. I think. A lot of people that resist Blunt here. It's fine. That guy's been staggered. There's so many attacks going at the same time because we use mostly primaries and secondaries, like almost no tertiaries other than Mersaults. Okay. Gamble isn't particularly beneficial here, so we'll just go for a lot of those Pierce attacks. Oh. Rodion lost her first coin for vibration compression, but she still had the second coin, which is the one that matters. And most of these guys are staggered. Nice, nice. Still gonna take another turn though, just because there's so many of them. Just the 6-person casino fight. Where they've got like a little bit of, not everything I guess, because there is 4 different casino factions, I guess you would say. Because there's no Taikyu with this group, but it's all the other ones. At least all the other ones that actually are fightable, since the Eredivisie isn't. Slash and Slash and Pride. Ugh, I keep on making that mistake. Don't know why. Okay, it's you. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. Got a bunch of Tremor already. We can probably just burst Tremor the roots immediately. Yeah, with like the upheaval. Here's Salt. Isn't going to clash. You deal with the fruit then. It's weak to blunt. It resists gloom, but you should still possibly be able to do enough damage. I'll trust you. And we can't counter everything if we go for this though. So maybe gamble this. Yeah. And create quick rounds this just to make sure it's got a bunch of Tremor. Okay. And then burst Tremor. Stagger the roots immediately. Very nice. Because if we can take down the roots, then it's got like pretty much no offensive power. The stem's weak attacks are just so pathetic most of the time. It's not really an issue at all. Oh, that stem's been staggered too. Floor's vines are a hassle. Maybe there'll be a chance to get rid of them. Maybe. Who can say? You suppress that one for the joke. You can counter that. I don't think we really actually need to like counter her at all. Because we had another thing going for the fruit, yes? Ooh, we might have not actually had someone else going for the fruit. That's unfortunate. There goes their chance of getting a bunch of fragile on everyone. Suppress to take out the other stem. Vibration compression takes out the roots. Bunches Tremor. Bat Bash on this. Yeah, so her other attack is still going to go through. But it's, once again, Ebony Queen's apples. Other attacks are pathetic. All you've got left is your fruit and one of your stems. Yeah. So we kind of just kill you. No need to clash or anything. We got as much benefit from Tremor as we could during that fight. Her stagger resists really aren't hard enough to hit to really need it. But we made do with, you know, making as much use from it as we could. Let's see, Tremor. Blunt damage deals SP damage. Probably take that, yeah. We've got a lot of blunt, we've got a lot of pride. So we can just weaken our opponent's mental health a little bit in the process. Robots. These guys are super weak to Tremor, yeah. Yeah, 50% more of an effect from Tremor. Being stagnant with less Tremor count and rupture count on those ones. Simple enough. And we don't have many options as far as bursting Tremor this turn goes. By that I mean we've got an Ackman, it's our only burst Tremor attack this turn. Gamble just for the self Tremor. There we go, wow. Enactment did very little. Cool. Force break. Suppress. This will burst Tremor. This will kill this guy straight up. Then we go for the double Fierce Assault. Yeah, didn't even need the final point for suppress. That guy was just very dead. The weak attack and the Tremor burst, you know, just kind of worked very well in order to just take it out. Nice. Fanatical Judgment. That one's dead, so it's just one left. And it's being hit by both the Sinclair's attacks, so it's not gonna live. It actually did live because of a tails. If you got a heads there, it would have died, I think. Well, close enough. Wink. Fight time. Risky fight time. Neutral. You'll probably be fine. Yeah, he can attempt it, I guess. You don't really need to defend. Unlikely that Mersault, you know, dies to a single coin attack from an Inquisitor. Yeah. He's weak to the Lost, so it was definitely a lot of damage on Mersault, but he's perfectly fine still. Like that. They're all dead, so we're just going for the stronger attacks, ideally. Getting a little bit of sloth off is nice. We've got like no sloth with this team. Because we've got Mersault's tertiary, and that might be all. I don't know. Predator Pierce Game Pierce power up. That's better than Burn, I think, for the sake of this build. Event. This guy, this is sinking. Really doesn't matter. I'll take it though. Red Order, what is this? Whenever you inflict sinking, offense level up? Yes. Okay. He's weak to the Pierce attack, so we go for the Pierce attack. Yeah, Smackdown. Rack up some scores. This'll spend all of her charge in the process, but that's fine. Nice. Yep. Burst Tremor, and then another Burst Tremor. So it's Stagger Plus thanks to the double Burst Tremor. Very silly stuff. And steady. Steady stagger. This guy's at 8 HP and the others are dead. Like that. And that means we get another shop, so possibly we'll get more Tremor stuff as options. There's quite a few people that would be really nice to change their skills up, like giving Ishmael another skill too. And we'll see. Who's gonna go for? Mersault? Oh, Glimpse of Flames. Interesting. And he's a 30 plus burn, take damage by burn times burn count. A silly one, that's for sure. Commemorative coin is nice. I'll probably take it. And Mersault skill, possibly? Do we want to give him another skill 3, or do we want to give him another skill? We'll give him another skill 2, I think. We don't need to go all out on him. I kind of want to save up my costs so that if we see anything good on future floors, we'll still be able to afford it. And boss time, I think was it Blunt Week? If so, it's either Guido or it's Moril. It's Guido. Alrighty then. Probably one of the better bosses for us to go against. We've got a lot of blunt stuff. You're losing your clashes, and you're losing your clashes. Alright. On hit, you gain charge count. So if you... This gives you charge count 2, but it's only 2 charge, so it really doesn't do anything for us. You can try and go for what is cast. And then this is fine. She can go for the neutral. She won't die. Nice. Guido took like no damage from that attack, which was to be expected. Oh, Mersault lost his clash. Oh yeah, that again, once again. What is up with that attack? And it's like goofy looking HP animation. Because it's specifically Steady that keeps on doing it, I think. Like, it deals a bunch of damage, but their HP bar, like, heals some of the damage dealt. And it's just a random visual thing, I assume, but it's just so weird. We'll go for the impending day there. Struggling, Alright, stop struggling then. Unfortunate. Try not to die too hard. Yeah, she didn't die too hard. Impending day just because he's weak to it. 40 damage. Oh yeah, you're doing it again, right? And you got another heads though, alright. Isaac, this could still kill, possibly. No. Not quite. Yeah, you saw it there too, okay. I need to stop focusing on that, but Steady's animation is just weird because it deals damage and then undeals damage as far as the actual animation goes. Can't tell how much of that real. You've been staggered. Now, how exactly did you get staggered? 1, 2, 3. Both our stagger resists are still here. Does someone here have a 4 stagger and I just don't pay attention? Oh, if target's 5 plus 9 person, you'll stagger them. I see. It's that one. I forgot. And yeah, she had like 6 nails prior to this turn. Okay, seems good. Seems understandable. Like this. Oh, that's gonna hit Guido. That's good. It'll probably stagger Guido, actually. If I'm not mistaken, because of the fact it's gonna burst Tremor. It's gonna inflict some Tremor, then burst Tremor, and he's at like 20 or so. And on top of the fact he's just gonna take a bunch of damage from Snag Harpoon anyways, due to being weak to Blunt. That guy's near death. Oh, body sack again just to make sure they're dead. Fair enough. And 50 damage, so he's at 8 HP. That's the quick runs. I thought that was Snag Harpoon for a second. I don't know why this is going before Snag Harpoon, but it wins. So that's fine. Okay. Yep, staggered. So these attacks can just safely go through. Oh, and give him all your tremor count. Nice. Look at that. 23 tremor, 14 tremor count. So he's very staggered. it doesn't do anything for us. But, you know, if he manages to, you know, unstagger himself, then he's gonna be in an even worse position. And all these attacks are just gonna go for him now. He's only got 5 Tremor with a 15 count now, excuse me? Why did he lose all his Tremor? Was he not at like 6? Was it not like 20 Tremor with like a 12 count? Why was he only at 5? Oh, he reduces his stagger effects, that's right. His funny passive, that does it. As with Charge Cooking Haste, which is decent, I guess, could be. I like taking 4-leaf Clover just in case we see, we get the Nebulizer. Just because then it's just stupid crits on a non-crit team. And Gregor can join in now. Oh, awesome. It's good to see you, buddy. Haha. Okay, review. Favorites, neutrals. Everyone's doing fine enough to take a couple risks. Yeah. And that's a stagger plus. Racking up the scores is also definitely going to be a stagger because it's going to burst Tremor twice. Yeah, 16 HP too. Strong stuff, strong stuff. And Ishmael lost their clash, but everyone else won theirs, I think. Oh no, St. Clair hasn't even done his yet. I thought his went through already, but I misinterpreted. Probably because of the coin throwing me off. He resists it though. A lot of damage, but he resisted it. And yeah, this looks pretty good. No worries. Okay, and now we just get another shop immediately. We're still doing decently on cost, I think? I don't know how decently, though. 350, yeah, that's pretty decent. So give me downpour. No downpour, Mersault skill. Some Mersault skills, should we take the contract? We can take the contract so that we stagger someone and they just absolutely get demolished. And then I think we leave and continue pushing forwards. Isn't that right? Okay. You goons. Absolute goons. Struggling there, weak to blunt. Soup 'em? Sure, why not? I guess I could have gone for Telepole to get like a big Envy Resonance off. Oh well. This guy's weak to the blunt, that's why I went for Soup, even though it's, you know, not like particularly great. Decent damage though, especially because we've got a fair bit of Lust in reserve. There we go. Mersault clashed a couple times, but you know, it turned out well in the end. You didn't spend all your charge this time, but you don't have enough to use your secondary still. Okay, Sinclair lost his clash, he's fine, he's fine. He's doing great. He's doing better than fine, he's doing splendidly. That guy's got the 17 Tremor count now. Not that it mattered, the Tremor burst was not necessary for that kill. Now, my main hope for this run is that we get the Bull, because Bull gets absolutely destroyed by like big Tremor numbers. Because the very first time I fought the Bull in the actual like main story, I I never bothered with the gimmick because the fact I just staggered it, because I was using a Tremor team then, because of course there was the Rose Spanner stuff. Bleed, good. And Abno fight into... What's the boss for this lure? Pierce the Lust, that's fish, I think. But yeah, Abno into random event into Headless Ichthys. The Jesus fish, as some may call it. And for good reason, because, well, it is a Jesus fish. Canonically. Let's see. Mersault, you can deal with that guy. Yeah. Rodion, can you deal with that guy? Yeah. And you cannot deal with that guy well enough. Going for Gregor though? Can Gregor then? Probably not. Gregor can Liger to main. And that's good enough. As far as I'm concerned. You go for that guy and you go for that guy. And then we just redirect to this one. We didn't even need to redirect it really. It's still fine. Yeah, mostly neutral. We're mostly dominating clashes here. The only exception being that Mersault's going for a favor. It should still be fine. And if it isn't, you know. If he dies, it's fine. It happens. Okay. Vibration compression only gets those two. It's fine. Liger to main. Hits these two. Both staggered both of them. And he does it again thanks to the coin. Which wasn't planned because I never remember to plan around the coin, but imagine that it was planned because that's pretty cool. Then this. Nice. And then he was going to have to clash here, but Mersault no longer needs to clash. Thanks to the fact that they're all just staggered. And the classic strategy of this the circle. We just target the enemies like this and they all die. Because in a situation like this, auto battle is a traitor. Auto battle is often a traitor. Don't trust it unless you know you're certain to win. Only use auto battle when you think you'd use auto battle in, say, like Ruina. If you're just trying to style on the enemy when it's already like dead and over with. I'll take Grand Welcome here. Might as well. It's an option. Okay, no thanks. Butterfly is not a help here. Fish. The fish looks so funny. It's just so small, I feel. Like, you'd really think it would be bigger, partially because of the fact there is a bigger fish fight. And of course, this is the normal-sized fish fight. Favored. Neutrals, Pure Assault's hopeless, but Steady might be able to do well here? Yeah. Grease Chains also might be able to do well, and then you take this neutral. That should be fine. You go for you hit the body with Capote. Oh right, it's a mass attack, I forgot. Well, you can hit the tail and the body then, with Capote. That works then. Okay. Fins are going down. Yep. Right leg is... Oh, it's fully down already. It's all bony now, since it's been decimated. Get some Tremor on it, that's good. This also inflicts some Tremor, I think. Because then we're going to burst Tremor on the body, thanks to Pursuance. And it's also going to burst Tremor on the tail, which is also nice, because we only hit the tail once, because it was only using one attack. Nice. Stagger the tail or the body? The body, yeah. Oh, it staggered both of them, I think. Nice. We have some people clash here. Rev up takes out the tail. Upheaval, the body. Who's it going for? Gregor, who's got grind him up. So he goes for that. And then attack the body a couple more times. Like this, and then shove you. Could be good. Grind him up. This will take out this left leg. That's why I didn't clash with the other attack left leg was doing, because I had faith in Gregor. I had faith he could manage. Enactment again. Nice. And he dies to the shop, the last attack of the scene. Very good, so now it's final floor time. We'll see how well this goes. His card is nice. Yeah, I'll take him. Actually, I should just take this, because we're going to stagger enemies a bunch. Might as well, then. Where's the shop? Bottom path? Alright, so we're going to go... Plan's going to be this. This. Alright. If you did not follow, because I just said this and didn't actually, like, say exactly what my thought process was, then, my bad.
최선을 다해보지. 방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
Suppress, force break. These attacks are fine, I guess. They'll take a lot of damage if they lose, actually. You know, Chains of Others this, for safety, I think. Because he's weak to both Pierce and Gluttony, so I don't really want him to get hit. You'd be fine if you got hit, though, honestly. Mersal's just already kind of low, and he's triple weak to it, so it's just not worth risking it, but Gregor's only double weak to it. So overkill Chains of Other? Yes. Fair enough. Okay. Tremor Burst. Alright.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
A lot of damage. And that's the only one who isn't staggered, so we can we can probably take him out still. Not too concerned. Vibration compression does enough because you got attack power down because of his low sanity, that's right. And Ishmael to finish him off. Simple enough, so now it's time for our final shop. We'll see what shows up. We'll see if we get Downpour. Because that would be really fun. We've already seen Glimpse of Flames this run. So, you know, I don't think the odds are in our favor. Grey Coat, yeah, Dust to Dust, Heathcliff Skill. Yeah, we'll take some of these. Mainly just these ones, and then we'll give Heathcliff another skill 3, I guess. Sure. And then we leave. That's all we needed to do, really. It really doesn't matter if we take this path or if we take this path, because it's still the same amount of fights and Abno encounters and events and stuff. Oh, if we take this path, we can... Oh, either path we can go... Oh, yeah, so we take this path. Yeah, I'm seeing now. Weak to Blunt and Gloom. Blunt and Gloom. That's the bull, yeah? I think that's the bull. If I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken, though. Because I know the two that are weak to Blunt are the bull and So the Gnome Will Cry. And I think So the Gnome Will Cry is always shown as, like, Wrath and Blunt. Wait, so I think this is bull. You do this, because we're going to have you pursuant to this. for safety reasons. We don't have enough sloth to get pursuance off very frequently, though. We can use it like once more. But it's gonna hit 3 people, it'll burst tremor all of them. That'll be pretty nice. Yeah. And he's gonna do it again. Got ahead. Just really making sure these guys perish. Killed that guy and those guys got tremor bursted. Yeah, these guys, they already weren't looking like they'd be in a good position, and the double pursuance really just doomed them for all of time. We take this, or this one, now, can you just sneak up and remove part of the wire? Is that how you get the thing? I don't remember how you do this one. Yeah, that's how you get smoke and wires, which is nice. And this is gonna be the final normal fight, or final Abno fight, final non-final boss fight.
걱정 마시오. 최후의 혈구 하나만 남아 있다면 생명은 어떻게라도 보존될 테니.
Let's see. So, high speed. None of these guys have particularly great speed. This guy's the only person who's got like 4. So now have to make sure we figure out who can clash into that first. Enactment in neutral. We're gonna have anyone with a good clash here. I don't know if we will. A lot of neutrals. So then, I think we'd like her to main all these guys, honestly. As long as we just don't go for steady, we go for like the gamble on this guy, the vibration compression on this guy. Then Liger Domain will get used twice, which will be nice. Now we just need to deal with these 2. Does he have good chances? Not particularly. Force break, suppress. Good enough for me because we'll redirect it. And then you can enactment this guy, and yeah, he's gonna perish. Like that. Should be good. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Now, double Liger Domain, because Liger Domain sure does inflict tremor. So pretty convenient. Oh, and it bursts tremor. I forgot it bursts tremor. I knew it inflicted tremor. I forgot about that part entirely. Huh. Those guys didn't have any tremor to burst, though. After that second one. Nice. Good to know. I don't know how that slipped my mind. Because I remembered it inflicting tremor, but not the fact that it actually burst tremor. Oh well. And then, like this, possibly kill all of them. Steady goes twice, it's hitting that one, that's fine. Okay. Grind them. Force break, and then did I have this attack going for that one? Yep, there we go. So now we get an event, we get a rest stop, and then we fight the bull. Precisely the boss who I hoped to see this run. Sure. Doesn't do much. That's fine though. And heal everyone up. Most people are fine, yeah. The double pursuance especially just made sure almost everyone was at max HP. Okay, so here's the plan. Turn 1, we need to stack as much Tremor as possible. Now, what's the best way to go about doing that? Rhyme Shank's also a burst Tremor, I forgot about that. Let's see. Inflict Tremor Count, inflict Tremor Count. You just inflict Tremor Count, that's, yeah. Inflict Tremor Count. Sure. Oh, absolutely this, yeah. Burst Tremor from you. Let's unclash some of these real quick. Just see who's being targeted. Because we want some people who aren't going to get so many... We want people that aren't going to really get anything special as far as Tremor Count goes. Should probably be the ones to clash this turn. Like a Gamble, possibly. Yeah, Gamble that. Force Break isn't going to work. We can Pursuance, though. That's fairly safe. Leg or Domain, we're going to want that. Dominating, nice. And it's hitting... Is it just hitting the body? That's fine if so. But yeah, it's only the body. The head doesn't show up until later in the fight. And then... You're going to want Ego too, I think. None of your Egos are Tremor stuff, so go for the Lifetime Stew. And now we're going to have these guys inflict as much Tremor as they can. Reduce Tremor Count. Is that fine? Could be fine. Oh, this is actually favored as well. Oh, we can do this and then Dawn doesn't need to Ego. That's good. Quake rounds and... Burst Tremor. Alright. We'll see how this goes. This thing's gonna reduce some of his Tremor Count, but it should still be fine. Yeah. We're just trying to get a bunch of hits off this turn more so than anything else. Gamble lost the clash. It was dominating. Unfortunate. Pursuance isn't going to win any clash, though. Or isn't going to lose any clash, that's for sure. It'll burst Tremor without reducing Tremor Count, just bring him closer for pretty much free. And it's going to be done twice, so his Tremor Count's already going to be in a much better spot. Ideally, it would have been gotten Liger Domain twice, because Liger Domain's a fairly decent inflictor of Tremor. But Pursuance is fine as well. Just doesn't matter too much, the actual bursting Tremor yet, because, well, he doesn't have a lot of Tremor. Next turn's going to be the turn when he's going to have a bunch of Tremor from all these attacks he's taken. Yeah, inflicts 4 Tremor. And burst Tremor. Here we go. This is the big one. Look at how far his stagger's already moved. It's moved like half of his HP bar. So now, you do this. You do this. You can go for that. Who else has Tremor Burst? See, that's a Tremor Burst. That's a Tremor Burst. These 3 don't have any Tremor Bursts, I don't think. Dawn would if I changed her Ego up a little bit, but too late for that. Yeah, we just Tremor Burst this guy now. Rhyme Shank got head, so it did in fact get the Burst Tremor off. God, I love Rhyme Shank just messing with the backgrounds. Oh, and he instantly died because of the stagger. Oh, that was good because of the contract. He instantly just took a lot of damage from the contract and died once it got staggered. You did the most... Oh, it's because of Pursuance. I was like, wait, you really did the most damage? Yeah, it makes sense. Sinclair did a fair bit too, which is actually really nice because he wasn't using any Egos or anything. He just genuinely was doing a lot of damage. Partially because he was the one getting the speed buffs most of the time. And claim those rewards. Tomorrow it looks like we're going to reach past level 300. That's nice. I think once I claim my daily stuff, I'll be very close. And I did level up, so I'm level 60 now. How convenient. Max Enkephalin of 135 now. It's rare to actually get my Enkephalin max up nowadays. It takes like 2 or so levels just to get a single point up. So that's nice. It'll make a minor difference though. So sad how little of a difference it makes for each level at this point. Cool early on, because you started at like, what, 60 max Enkephalin? And so it went up like pretty quickly early on. I wish it was more steady throughout, but that's fine. It's not like player level really does anything. It's just there to show how much someone's played the game, pretty much. How much they've grinded, like, Lux Cavations. It's really based on how much in Keflin you spend more so than anything, so mirror dungeons aren't even a great way of buffing player level. You'd have to, like, spam Lux Cavations or something to get it well. And we've gotten far too many 3 stars from daily extractions recently, so I think it's going to be a non-eventful kind of day. And yeah, all 1 stars. That's good. That's cool. That's chill. Yeah, I think this is what I would call some successful gambling. I do love a good gamble. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.